Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Mates episode. It's good to be with you guys today. Lots happening in the markets at the moment. Price is pumping, but a lot of stuff is actually dumping. Privacy coins are very much holding up at the moment. Lots of news overnight, Craig, that I've been trying to catch up on. A lot of this, like there's stuff happening in like there's war. I don't know. There's a lot happening at the moment. So lots to digress today, Craig, mate. How are you feeling this morning at the moment?
Jim Greeny, Jim, mates, thanks for pulling up. Yeah, I'm a happy man. Super happy.
I'm glad you're happy, mate. I'm glad you're happy.
I'm very happy, man. I hope everyone else in the room's as happy as I am. Woke up to $97,000 Bitcoin. 90. What did we hit? 90. Did we get to 98? Oh, just about.
Yeah, just shy of.
Just shy. So that's one of the levels, obviously, we've been tracking. Happy days to see it hit. Nice to see, you and I have been speaking about it for the longest time. So at least now we can say we kind of knew what we're talking about, Greeny. It took a long time to unfold. So now I'm happy to see us pump. I'm sure everyone else is. How are you feeling today?
Good, mate. Good. I woke up. I'm in builder mode at the moment, doing a lot of things behind the scenes. Talking to a lot of people, got a lot of meetings, building a lot of things, trying to make GTD better. And then obviously trying to just keep that noodling along in the specific ways. But content's going good. I'm happy with where Market Mates is going. It's looking good. We got good engagement. Ticked over 1,500 followers the other day. So thanks for everyone who's supporting us. We got some big people coming on the show in the coming weeks, which is exciting. It's good for the show. And then basically the market's in an interesting spot. I think like I've been saying, I'm bullish for Q1 and I'm pretty bearish for the year still. Unless we flip 107k, 110k with strength, I don't really see us making all-time highs. Silver just hit all-time highs again today. It's pretty crazy. So markets are in an interesting spot. It looks like metals are particularly if there's war and stuff, metals will continue to thrive, right? Because that everyone goes to hard assets that you can't manipulate, right? Mm-hmm. So it makes a lot of sense that gold and metal or silver are going to keep running. So the market's interesting right now. So we've got so much news to go through. I want to talk about even price action as well after we go through all the news. So massive shout out to our two partners, OKX and Yeet, guys. You can sign up down below. OKX, one of the most trusted exchanges in the world, where Craig and I have been buying some Bitcoin and holding it on there. You can sign up down below and get $75 for free. And also Yeet, massive shout out to Yeet. We gave away some money yesterday to Angelos because he hit our target, guys. So let me log in quickly and have a quick look. Yeah, we're at 20k today. So our target today would be 30k, guys. If we can get to 30k by the end of the episode, guys, then we can give away some more cash today. If not, so be it. But Craig, we'll tick off straight away. Breaking news this morning is that it looks like there's a bit of war happening around like America and whatnot. There's ships, there's China, Southern Sea. I don't know. Like there's a lot happening in the world right now. Pentagon has ordered the USS Abraham and her carrier strike group consisting of, I don't even know, missile destroyers, blah, 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 to depart their current position in the South China Sea and steam towards the Middle East. Pretty big news as of literally not long ago. Like that's breaking news now live on the show about 10 minutes ago live. So how will this impact markets? Who knows, particularly if this is very much happening in Iran. I know Qatar, I read this morning, has US military leaving Qatar as well. So where are they going? There's a lot of questions being asked, and how this will actually impact markets is yet to be seen. We've seen Iran on day 6 of a total blackout. It's getting real dark, literally. Classic engagement here by Mario. It's been cut off from internet for 6 days straight with no access to social media, messaging, no way to show what's happening on the ground. It looks like there's a lot happening in the Middle East, Craig, and that'll certainly impact markets around the world. What's your take? Have you read anything more about any of this?
Not really. But the world's a crazy place, isn't it? It's like every day we're getting news like this. So I try not let it affect me too much mentally, but certainly for the markets, it's not ideal. You kind of want peace, don't you? Yeah. Just to keep volatility low. But I don't know. I don't know if this is just news headlines or what's going on over there.
Or if that's if it's action, like it might actually be happening in real time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so not ideal, man. Not nice for the people there. Yeah, all the best to the people there. But yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like every day there's a new headline with America spreading its freedom over the world. So
yeah, they're just trying to dominate, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, America's on full assault at the moment, I guess financially and through war. So hopefully they settle down and just let us enjoy the rest of this bull run and what's left of it if they could. That'd be great.
Yeah, very much so. Huge news overnight as well. MetaMask now expands into gold, silver, and Forex perp trading, which is very interesting. I know Phantom obviously recently added perps trading to their platform embedded via Hyperliquid. So obviously MetaMask is trying to keep up with the main top dogs over there with Ravi as well on Ethereum. So yeah, pretty big news as gold and silver pretty much pumped to new all-time highs. Silver especially is hitting all-time highs. Yeah, this is pretty big news. Again, they have their airdrop dropping in Q1. So again, you're seeing that, again, we call this adoption, Craig. Like this is adoption happening in real time where crypto products, crypto companies, crypto resources are now embedding Web 2 technology, Web 2 worlds, Web 2 trading, and making it easier for everyone to transact across normal stocks, currencies, ETFs, metals, and now crypto as well at the same time. So like a lot of people might see this as like, again, a competition, but to me, this is probably adoption happening in real time, Craig.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like a one-stop shop, come and get what you want. You can trade metals, currencies, perps, crypto. It's great, dude. It's great. I think it's fantastic. I like that headline. It's great. Obviously, MetaMask's making a few moves. Nice to see them doing something. And then in regards to the airdrop, it's Q1, is it?
I'm pretty sure. I swear I read that somewhere. I've been saying Q1 for a long time, so I must have got that from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah,
OpenSea is definitely Q1, and I'm pretty sure MetaMask also said Q1. So which puts us basically my birthday, the 30th of March. Basically, the end of March is the latest. We should exceed those two. And Solstice, another one, DeFi on Solana. That one is supposedly in Q1 as well. So we'll see how that all unpacks.
Could be a good Q1 with all those.
I hope so. I mean, I still feel like it's going to be a run to the exit door. On a lot of these tokens, whether that liquidity stays in the ecosystem of crypto or converts to stables will be the real question, Craig. Probably depends on what the market's doing as well.
Yeah, I'm just reading on GTG. Supreme says Craig's in his retirement era.
Already?
Yeah, in GTG. Yeah, not quite yet, guys, but hopefully 2 more bull runs and maybe that'll be a reality.
2 more? Man, I'd love to. Like, I think a 5-year plan from now, I'd love to be like happily. Like, I will still do stuff for sure, like I'd probably still do this show every day, but I would love to just relax a little bit more. But we'll have to see. I mean, there's a lot to happen now.
Yeah, I'm going to go on my Zeneca arc soon.
Yeah, I mean, that massive shout out to him. He's just living life, and I love that. I love that for him. He works so bloody hard.
He seems at peace. He seems more at peace. So
he does. Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while, so no, I need to reach out and catch up with him actually. So, I mean, yeah, I've been lonely up here as I've been tweeting about. Sorry, I don't think enough people talk about the hard things of life. I think, Craig, and I think that's why I've been talking a little bit about. Like, I have been feeling lonely. Massive shout out to Matty from Crypto Tax Made Easy. He's hopefully going to catch up with me for a coffee next week. He lives not too far away. Another guy, Nudes as well. Do you remember him? Yeah. So he hit me up and said, let's play golf. So I was like, easy, bro. Like, I don't think we live far away from each other. So you just forget all these people, like, and everyone's so like busy in their own lane that you do forget to like, oh shit, like, oh mate, like over here, or a friend is like just around the corner. Like, you should probably just go catch up and have a coffee or go play golf or go to the beach or something. Yeah. It's you forget about that. I think you get so, and I think working for yourself, I don't know, you've done it for a while longer than me, but working for yourself and working at home it's hard. I am such a social being. Like, I always have been and I always will be. And I think it's worn me down the last sort of probably 12, 14 months since I've come back from overseas. Not having, like, I love my wife, don't get me wrong, but she's the only person some weeks that I'll probably even talk to IRL, right? So
same. Yes.
Yeah, so like I need to make more of an effort in some capacities, and I think joining sport teams and probably making more of an effort with friends and stuff is probably the right way to go about it.
You just got to start going to the supermarket and talking to the checkout girl, man. That's how I socialize. I'm
such like I usually do, like, a lot of people like usually get people who go into social situations and they're just like this.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm the opposite. I will engage the group, or I'll engage people. And even if they're nervous or something, I'll go out of my way to be like, hey, like let's talk, or what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's just what I've learned. So
yeah, that's the downside to working A, for yourself, and then working at home, and B, if you don't have a team.
Yeah. Or you work in an environment where an office. I'm like, I could stay at home, just pay rent, or I could go rent out an office and pay double the amount. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense.
Nah, I'm the same. So it's a pretty big transition when you work for yourself and you just work from home and you're solo. It can be mentally quite draining, and the lack of social interaction can be not great for you. And obviously, if it's just you and your wife, you end up having the same conversations, and you don't, you can get a bit, I don't know what the word is, probably a bit stir.
Yeah, you get a bit like, just your tether's a little bit smaller than it would normally be, right?
Yeah, so it's probably healthy for your relationship as well, seeing other people, because then it puts in perspective who your wife is after a while. Otherwise, you're just arguing who put the wrong thing in the dishwasher and stupid shit like that.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, classic.
The little stupid fights come into it, and you're like, okay, I gotta get out the house, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know.
I don't know.
Paulina, you have to use. There are words that aren't allowed to be said on.
What word that was?
I blocked the word Discord. Yeah, no, because people keep spamming me on the Discord. But I think I can change that now, because I put it on follower only mode. To chat in the in the group. I thought Discord was enough social interaction. Trust me, and like, I probably talk with more people, like, over a call, messages, comments, DMs. Like, I talk with thousands, like hundreds of people a week, but it's not the same as being in person, and that's a big difference.
No, you don't get that warmth. You don't get that.
All that disassociation. I think that's an important part. But yeah, breaking reporter says to Trump, you promised $2,000 checks to Americans using tariff revenue. President Trump said, I promised that. When did I do that? A dividend of at least $2,000 per person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. Bang. He doesn't even remember what he's saying these days.
I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not even in the US, so I don't know. I don't know if that quote's true, right? You got to take it with a grain of salt, but I wouldn't be surprised if he said that. He's a marketing guru, isn't he? So,
he might not even write his own posts. Like, that's the thing.
True.
Big news overnight. Bitwise, obviously big Ethereum bulls. Chainlink ETF is approved for listing and registered on the NYSE Arca, with trading beginning tomorrow. Tomorrow being today in Australia, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty bullish for Chainlink. Like, we've been talking a bit about Chainlink. Like, the technology is huge. The token obviously just has really underperformed this cycle, like majority of altcoins. Like, it's still around, but it still goes down to the same sort of conversation. It's like, are you, like, you're buying it because you're bullish on the tech, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the only thesis that really comes into my mind. Like, does that make sense to you?
Yeah. With Chainlink's an interesting one, isn't it? It's over I remember getting to that in 21, and just for the utility and what it sort of was, but the price didn't really do much in 21, and it hasn't done a heck of a lot this run either. So it's kind of weird how these headlines come out and it's quite bullish, but price just hasn't really reflected that. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, I remember researching this back in 21, and it was, I can't remember the tech of it now, but I mean, it's bullish. That's a bullish headline. It's just, has Chainlink done anything on that news? I haven't even got it on my.
No, it's up 1%. No, I mean, if we zoom out and have a look at the chart, it hasn't really done anything in a long time. Like, it's just like, nothing. I mean, this looks very similar to the AVAX chart where you had a breakout or a fake breakout. I mean, you could say it did something like this, right? Where it did actually break out here and pump, and then retest and pump, and now still retesting above the breakout. So, I mean, that's pretty clean, to be honest there. But if you can also draw this from here to here, right? Where it is very much like, this is resistance, that's resistance, that's resistance. So, yeah, it's an interesting chart. I think it's not a bad play. I mean, the fact that, like, I just don't see it really breaking out of this zone. So I would much rather accumulate it probably back down towards $8 in the coming year or two. I think that might be not a bad bet. Chuck 10 grand in it or something down here, and then like trade it back up to here for an easy 5x potentially in future years, particularly if it is going to keep building, which they are. Like they're an oracle there that they're the most used oracle in the space. So the technology is like legit and generating a lot. It's just for me, it goes back to that, like what's the benefit of actually holding it? Like outside of speculation that you're bullish on the tech, like there's no real reason for me to be buying this at this stage, in my opinion. They like a few months back, remember they introduced the buybacks and stuff like that too. So maybe over time that kicks in and that there's the supply shock potentially, but I would very much be pretty keen to probably get, like, I mean, if this box plays out again, Craig, I'm probably pretty keen to get into that around that sort of level down there.
I agree with you. Those are probably the sort of coins you want to look at in the bear. And probably the same thesis as you. I just think time's running out of this run. Whether we're in the tail end of a bull run, start of a bear, you and I are probably thinking start of a bear. Then there's sort of just the sort of stuff to put in the back of your mind. Make a note for yourself to go back when prices are low and go back and buy it. If you're bullish on those sorts of coins now, probably a good time to buy them is in 6 months' time. You know, if we get that lower high, things dump, then I'm going to start accumulating those sorts of things. But once again, as you said, is there really a purpose of holding the token if the token doesn't really even get used?
No. It's really interesting. It is really interesting. Like, I mean, a lot of things in crypto shouldn't have a token, is basically the summary here. So
I mean, I remember back in 21, if I'd seen this headline, I would have been running off to buy this.
I'd
have been like, must buy. This is fantastic.
Plowing money in.
But now I'm a bit more jaded. I've seen too many headlines now. And like you said, what's the use case for the actual token versus just raising money for the team? So good news. Don't know if I won't buy it now though.
I think it's definitely a bear market opportunity. That's where I become pretty interested in looking at it for sure as well. Big news overnight: Pakistan to partner with Trump-linked World Liberty Finance on a USD-pegged stablecoin. The project would involve working with central bank on regulated digital payments. That's pretty big. Pakistan's like a pretty big economy. Like obviously not as big as the juggernauts around the rest of potentially Asia, you could say. But Middle East potentially depends what you're looking at. But that's pretty big news. Again, that's Venezuela, that's Pakistan. This is interesting that it's World Liberty Finance. This is where I'm thinking like Trump, like not only does he have his meme coin and he has Melania, I suppose, as well, but he has World Liberty Finance too, which arguably could become like that stablecoin platform that he then controls once he's out of office, or his family controls once he's out of office. And that's like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting where this is going to be heading in the future. Like is like buying Trump / I think I got rid of the World Liberty Finance chart. Oh no, I do. I know I still have it. Like is buying World Liberty Finance in the middle of the bear market, like maybe a good idea? Like, I don't know, Craig, like it just purely as a play on Trump and what he's building and his like, obviously it's still lower highs here. And I do think this probably trends lower in time, but this could be a trade that's left field purely based on the speculation that the Trump family will continue to dominate the crypto world.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably not a bad shout. It's quite interesting, isn't it, that he's going around. He sort of laid the lines or the roads now to do this sort of stuff, and now he's going around internationally partnering up. Pretty amazing. I reckon that's a great headline. And I think probably not a bad shout by you. Maybe that's another sort of bear market buy. When he's out of office, will that affect these coins though? Like when he leaves?
Well, I think it actually makes it more bullish.
Yeah, because then can he crime even more when he's out? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I agree. He's got a big family behind him. They're obviously very wealthy.
They're all businessmen. They're all businessmen,
and they're incentivized to send it. So I think that's probably not a bad buy, dude. Like, I don't know about now, but yeah, great headline. Like if you're in that token and you see this, I'd be licking my lips. So
I think it's a patient play. Yeah, I do think it could be a patient play. And it's like most things, I think it will be around in the future, or at least maybe not at the same level, but I think there will be opportunity for it to go up in the future, unlike a lot of things out there. So GM Floyd, GM El Dorado, good to see you. GM Angelos, good to see you guys. Big news overnight as well. 67 companies now hold more Ethereum as a strategic reserve compared to Ethereum ETFs, Craig. Really interesting. So more like hedge funds, companies, Tom Lee, etc. Those sort of people hold more Ethereum as a strategic reserve than Ethereum ETFs hold in total, like IBIT and blah, 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 whatever else is on there. That's pretty big news, Craig. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Again, more bullish news for Ethereum, and it just sort of makes me think maybe Ethereum is going to have a pretty amazing run. I just don't know when. Like there's a lot of good headlines with Ethereum coming out now. It's starting to build.
Yeah. Oh, the ecosystem picked up. Like ENA and whatnot was doing pretty well. We spoke about that. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, it's an interesting time in the Ethereum ecosystem. Like Uni had a nice pump, ENA had a nice pump. They're still down, and I still think DeFi dominates on Ethereum. Obviously, Solana and stuff's trying to catch up, but yeah, I think it's Curve as well is another one to keep in mind. Optimism, Lido, like they all did pretty well recently. I've added them back to my trading view chart just out of curiosity. So I need to categorize my trading view a bit better. That's something to do. But yeah, big news. That's interesting. It means that. Yeah, it means that top dogs. It means that the top dogs are very interested in Ethereum as the Internet of Things. Like, remember when you think about it, and it makes sense. If you want to transact on Ethereum, you have to own Ethereum. See, that's different already to the conversation around Link. You can build on Ethereum as well. Obviously, Link is like integration of oracles, right, and helps all of this process and payments and all that sort of stuff work. But this actually, this is interesting news that the top dogs are very much accumulating Ethereum. I think Ethereum gets to 10K eventually. I do think that. Like Bitcoin goes to 500K, Ethereum should be worth $10,000 to $20,000 in my opinion in time. I think it's going to take time.
What's your thoughts? Does Ethereum have enough time in this bull? What's left of this whatever's to run? Do you think there's time?
It's going to lead. It's going to lead. If I pull up, I haven't looked at this chart for a while.
No, neither.
Yeah, it's probably going to at least show more strength compared to BTC, at least in the short term, I would say. But still very much this trend is still very much a bear trend over time. So until I really see a bottom form, I don't think it can head back up towards 5%, 6% compared to Bitcoin for a while. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. But I think in the short term, this is why I don't own any Bitcoin as well. I think Solana versus BTC and ETH versus BTC actually look a little bit better here. So that's ETH versus BTC, and that's why I hold my Moonbird. That's why I hold Rect on ETH as well. Not Solana. I want Solana BTC. I think if it can hold this region as well, I think we can push up here and see an outperformance of about 40%. But it does depend. Like if the market shits the bed, there's war. That could very much confirm the lower macro high before everyone even thinks about it, right? Before we even get back to 100K. Like that. There's a lot of macro things happening at the moment. So I'm still very uncertain about how high we could go, how long we'll go higher for. If it's really bullish, we actually could flip some high time frame levels, and then I become actually quite bullish for the long term. And I'd much rather still hold a little bit of Sol, a little bit of ETH, a couple of on-chain ETH plays, than be looking and trade the more degenerate stuff, day trading, and chase a few airdrops, than probably just holding Bitcoin at this stage. Again, like I spoke about that earlier in the week, it's about risk. And for me, it's closer to the end of the cycle, if not already at the end of the cycle. And for me, it means you don't really want to be tying up big bags into slower moving plays. You want to be probably taking more risks, because if the asymmetric upside of a volatile last move comes, well, then the risky stuff is going to outperform your majors and your obvious players, right? So that's why I own more Rect than anything at the moment, because it's a bet on the team. They sold out their cans yet again. We'll have OSF on the show soon, guys, just so you guys know. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, so something like that just makes more sense to me. And probably something like Solana and ETH, if they can hold up this region. Like, I mean, if I zoom out, it's bottomed here, Craig. Like it's bottomed here on the weekly. So there's room to the upside on Solana. There's probably less room on Ethereum, but it's holding up this breakout that we haven't seen for a long time. So yeah, that's again my big reason why I don't currently hold BTC. And I see BTC as very much an accumulation asset. Once I see a proper bear market confirm, then I'm very happy. Like I've got 25 grand on OKX, limit orders ready to go from 75K down to 50K. Like I've ready to go. That's just out of mind, out of sight. If we do start to break down below 80K and we aren't maybe going to show more weakness, maybe I'll start to buy a little bit down in that region as well. So that's at least my thoughts. Like, do you want to add anything to that sort of comment?
Yeah, probably pretty smart, because you've got people like me with BTC bags. Not that I'm any sort of whale that will affect the chart, but if people like me, and if there's people like me quite heavily in profit in Bitcoin, if I'm in profit, I'm sure plenty of others are as well, much bigger than me.
83%, Craig. Remember, we looked at that chart.
That's right. That's right. So I sold some Bitcoin today. In fact, I just raged to Greenie offline. I use an Xverse wallet to hold some of my Bitcoin, and I can't bloody swap to a stable there. So I'm sending it. That's why I keep looking over there on my laptop. I'm trying to send it to a wallet to be able to swap, and it's stuck in the meme pool. So shout out to the miners there, you dirty dogs. But yeah, I'm looking to, I'm selling Bitcoin here. So for the people in the room, I don't know if I'd be buying. I wouldn't be buying resistance anyway, put it that way. And we're about to hit our head probably at 98. You and I spoke about 98K being an important level. Pretty much touched it. Here's the dip. Does it go higher? Maybe. That's why I sold some now, because I'm not certain. I mean, no one can be certain, but I'm not certain we break through 98. And obviously 98's a big level. We spoke about that over and over again. So I took some profit. I'm trying to take more right now, and I can't. So that's annoying, but that happens. So that's a good lesson in itself. Keep your Bitcoin somewhere where you can get out quickly. E.g., would have been nice to actually put that on OKX and just set up sell limits. Actually, is what I should have done there. But to answer your question, yeah, I don't think this is not the point I'd be buying Bitcoin, put it that way. Definitely not.
Nah.
I'd be buying more risk on assets, like you said. Well, what's your original buy?
Well, I've kind of DCA'd a bit. So I can tell you, hold on.
Like your OG buy the other day. You must be up 20, 30%.
No, not quite, because I DCA'd again.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say I'm up. Hold on, it's just loading. OpenSea season 4, wave 5 actually coming out soon too, Greg. Oh, of course it bloody disconnects your wallet. Hey, like I literally looked at this thing bloody earlier. Yeah, I'm up. It's hard to know because I actually took some losses. So it generalizes your whole return rather than, so it says unrealized 1,550. So whatever that is by, I think I put in 17.5. So yeah, like 10, nearly 10%, nearly 10%. Yeah. I mean, like I said, like if BTC really pushes up above 100K, something like Rex should give me a 2x, in my opinion.
Agreed. Maybe more.
Hopefully more. If BTC doesn't push up above that, then yeah, this is probably going to suffer and I'll probably lose money, but that's fine. I can tax loss harvest, have a shitty year, and that's fine by me. Like that's actually fine. So I mean, my 24 year, I'm looking at some of those things, and I got scammed in that year. It is crazy. It is crazy how much money trading I made.
We had a good 24, didn't we?
Dude, it is wild.
It was amazing.
I look at those numbers, I'm like, where the fuck did that money go?
Like,
I know. Holy.
I think the same thing when I check my P&Ls and some stuff, and I'm like, man, why don't I go on more holidays?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So mine's all, yeah, I've got to pay a big tax bill for that last year. And then, yeah, then we're going to try and get money out for the house that we're trying to buy. So we actually caught up with the broker yesterday. And my wife's like, oh, we should go for a 20% deposit. I'm like, I don't think you realize how that works, getting the money out of the business into our name. That means we pay a shit ton of tax. That's right. She's like, no, but it'd be good to have like cheaper, like not pay LMI and have cheaper weekly payments. I'm like, not really. It would be better if me and the business are more liquid, and then we can slowly drip it out over time and be more tax efficient. And then maybe I make more money. Like maybe we plow money into silver. Maybe we plow money into Bitcoin. Maybe we plow money into something else, like an ETF. Yeah. And she's like, and I had to she's like, oh no, I don't know. Like, and so I was like, right, what do you need? And she was like, I just need you to explain it to me in a way that I can understand. I said, okay. I went and sat down for an hour, wrote out the 3 different options, wrote down all the amounts, and was like, okay. And then she's like, I can't just read this. You need to explain it to me. I was like, okay. And then I sat down with her for 20 minutes and said, option A, option B, option C. Honestly, probably option B or C makes the most sense because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And she's like, okay. So yeah, we got there. But hey, Jesus Christ, I wish everyone was in my brain. I do wish everyone was.
This is where it comes in handy. You're a teacher, I think, Greenie.
Well, yeah, but also like I'm like obsessed with maths and stats. That's why I love trading. Like I love analytics. I love numbers.
Numbers can't lie. So I like numbers.
And like ever since, and I think my addiction to numbers, because I hated doing maths at school, even though I was pretty good at it.
I was exactly so good at it, but bored by it.
But like, yeah, when it came to like,
I was like, oh, I like maths now. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. Like calculus and algebra, I was like, I just don't really care about this shit. And I was like, oh, engineering, I probably don't want to be calculating all these things all the time. But no, when it came to like analytics and like betting in a way, probability, putting probability in your favor, arbitrage betting, trading was where I fell in love with crypto, right? When it came to numbers, it all goes back to me as a kid, Craig, playing sports games and keeping track of my, like, I used to play cricket on the PS2 and I would track the numbers that I would score, like Andrew Simons or Brad Haddon, whatever the player was. I would write it in a book and keep this. I'd do it on the rugby league games, and like I would keep like analysis and stats. So I think that's where my passion for numbers really came through, because a lot of the time, like, and I also love writing. So a lot of people are either one or the other. And I actually find myself right in the middle, where I really love numbers, but I also love to write. And hence why probably Twitter's done well, right? Because you can write really nicely on Twitter. So yeah, it's really interesting. But this is a reflection of the Australian education system. What do you mean? Which way?
No, I didn't know what he meant.
Rusty, what do you mean by that? Isn't trading more psychological? Well, yes. Yeah. Out the gate, you think it's mathematical and not psychological. Once you know what trading is, it is 80% psychological and 20% mathematical. Yes, 100%. It's about putting probability in your favor by using TA, analysis, fundamentals, A, B, C, D. But it's also then about how you juggle that emotionally, how you juggle that psychology, how you stick to your framework, how do you stick to your trading plan, how you stick to your trading strategies, having invalidation, having like knowing that it's okay to lose because there'll be another opportunity. That line in its sense is probably the best lesson for a lot of people to learn, is accepting you will lose, and learning how to lose is how you learn to win over the long term, because trading is all about that. But like some of the best traders in the world literally win at 30 to 40%, but because they have strict processes, they know and they are confident with their processes that they will win over time, because their invalidation is so strict that their wins are far more to the upside compared to what they lose. So yeah, that's a quick 5-minute spiel about trading.
100% correct. It's one thing to know your numbers. It's another thing to sit on a trade, trust your numbers, trust your maths, right? And psychologically calm yourself down and say if there's a dip and things like that, you can just drop nuts and you'll sell. That's when being good at maths doesn't really help if you freak out. So yeah, it's definitely psychological. I can attest to that big time.
Yeah. And that's why so many people lose. That's why so many people round trip. That's why so many people are like believers rather than traders. Like, remember that whole bloody Murad shit that was viral on the timeline for a long time? That's why I like believe in something like, it's just absolute dog shit. If you actually want to win, you need to have a process. Otherwise, you're not going to win.
Is that guy still alive? Is he still?
Yeah, I think he's still bull posts SPX. I see him from time to time. Yeah, I see him from time to time on the timeline.
I haven't seen him in ages.
He had a bit of a glow up, actually. I think he went on Thread Guy's stream for a bit. Anyways, silver, new all-time highs, 7%. That's crazy, Craig. As we saw this at the top 10 assets in terms of market cap, and silver has like just absolutely jumped from like 10th to 2nd place in like this past like 6 months or so. This chart is crazy, but look at something I want to talk about here. Like, again, shout out to David Bird, who writes a lot about stocks, and I actually read his stuff because that's an area that I'm not very, like, I would say, and he would agree with me. He's like, go to like Greeny, very much more on top of crypto. Him very much more on top of metals, on currencies, on ETFs, like in like where money rotates from, say, crypto to metals, back to ETFs, back to stocks, back to crypto. Like, he's very good at that sort of side of things. But he says that this has gone way higher, Craig, and he thinks we're in a mega bull run for metals, particularly if you have war and stuff. It makes a lot of sense. But if I look at this chart, like anytime you see silver with a huge parabolic run, like this, you have a huge bear market after. Like, and this is like, guys, this is a 3-month chart. So
that's unreal, that chart, man.
Just to show you, like, anytime you have a big run, you have a bear market for 3,200 days. How many years? That's like 10 years, Craig.
A decade, bro. They wait a decade in between pumps. It's unreal. That's longer.
Like this one here. Look at this one. This was 25 years nearly. Like 1980 to 2003 before we sort of see that structure break up. So my worry here is that like people might be chasing late into this. It makes a lot of sense if you're maybe someone who is in maybe a war-torn country, or a country where your currency is a bit like, fluctuating, or there's manipulation there or whatever. But this is like, there will be a brutal bear market at some stage for silver, and gold, I assume too. Gold will probably have the same. Gold's been on a crazy one as well, but the lesson here is like, after a huge parabolic move, you always have a bear market. Look at this. The bear market from gold lasted 7,762 days. So what's that? That's like, 20 years. 1980 back to 2003 or 2002. So we could easily see something like this. And I think the lesson here too, and again, shout out to David. He speaks about the S&P 500, right? Does this not have full history? Oh, damn. Where's the, hold on. Oh, it doesn't have full history. Where's my?
I think you're breaking up, Greenie. Did Greenie freeze or did I freeze, guys? I'll see if he comes back now. It's either me or him. I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
What happened? That's twice. Was that 9:40? Okay, I need to keep it. If that happens again at 9:40, there's something going on at this time of the day.
Maybe Australia's going to get an internet blackout as well.
Dude, my apologies, chat. I realized, I was like, hold on a minute. Like, I think I'm offline here. Sorry, guys. Dude, that's 2 days. That's 2 days in a row, Craig. That's interesting.
It's a targeted attack.
Anyways, let's go back to what we were talking about with silver. Sorry, the S&P 500. Basically, there's a big bear market that comes after a big parabolic run. We worry about what actually happens potentially in the next bear market for the stock market too, Craig. Like, the stock market has only ever seen about 1,000-day bear market, or in this case here for COVID, it was about 550 days. So it's very rare for the stock market, but at some stage this will top, and this will have probably a very long bear market. That's the part that I think a lot of people aren't prepared for.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting all of these to dump hard. I just look at that run it's had. Like, it just makes sense, man.
It's been from the GFC. Like, the bottom was the GFC, and it hasn't ever really stopped.
No. So what goes up must eventually come down for a wee bit anyway. So no, like me been speaking about, everything's at all-time high. Everything's in a bull market. Eventually everything will be in a bear market. How severe it is, I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty severe. I sort of wonder, compared to the S&P and compared to metals, whether crypto or Bitcoin in particular has a lesser bear market than them. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying I wonder. I don't actually know the answer to that, because I don't want to be arrogant enough to say crypto's going to be fine. We're in our own little bubble. We won't suffer as much. But maybe, you see that? Is that a fair take?
Let me just differentiate what you're saying, because I do agree. And I'll say Bitcoin, not crypto.
Yeah, agreed.
So I think Bitcoin might be less of a downside risk this coming year or 2, 3 years, who knows? Crypto will still be brutal. Altcoins, memes, NFTs will be absolutely shit on in a bear market.
Massacre for them, I think.
Yeah. So I agree with your point that Bitcoin, particularly if it starts to front run too, like, again, you got to remember, it's a product of liquidity. Look at this chart. Like, it's crazy, Craig. Like, look at this chart.
It deserves to go lower for a bit, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, I watched the boys on Clemente and Pio and Easy and stuff and Kicks the other day. Like, the first episode I've watched in months. And they like pulled out a chart of, like, Clemente pulled my chart out saying Greenie's so keen to buy Bitcoin between 50 and 70K. And they're like, yeah, there's a big, like, Kicks was like, yeah, well, look, like, trading, like, high time frame technical analysis support's probably lower, right? And that's why you need to be patient for this. It doesn't necessarily mean there's not going to be a move up, as I say, in Q1 or January, February, or March or April, even May, like, who knows? But at some point, this trend will break. At some point, this trend will break. And if you look, like, we are, and this is what I mean, like, we spoke about this at the start of the year. Let's run it back a little bit, but we still got a few more news articles to get through. But unless Bitcoin close, this is why I'm saying 107K is such a crucial level for me. I don't know. Let me check the monthly. No, it's 117 on the monthly, but the three monthly. So the end of Q1, if Bitcoin is not above 108,000, this confirms the first time it has moved back above this level since the previous all-time high, since over here. So And this is the first time we ever saw the quarterly get to the 80th percentile, which means very much overextension, overbought, and it's only down from there, or it's sideways best scenario for this to have time to reset. But that means time. That means time. So again, like everyone's like, Greeny, why are you so bearish? It's charts like this where like it does not lie. Price action cannot lie on a higher time frame chart. Doesn't mean there's going to be not opportunities to make money in the short term, but you cannot ignore charts like this, Craig, on a higher time frame.
No, I agree with you. And I also think people should flip their mentality. And I kind of think your take's actually bullish. Your take's bullish on going lower. I don't think that's bearish, that take. As far as, I guess what I'm saying is opportunity. It's bullish that you're calling that. In the fact that where you're going to buy, what now? Like, you're going to buy it now? What do you want out of it? A 10% move? Like,
exactly.
We need to go lower. The only way I'm getting a 2x on Bitcoin is if it goes back to 70K probably. Otherwise, I'm probably not getting one in the near future.
Well, let's invert it, okay? So let's look at it from a long sense, from a bullish sense, okay? You've got resistance above, okay? You've got a low here. You've now trying to form this higher low wherever this is, and then it's going to break out here, right?
Agreed.
And like, if you look at this chart, where's it heading? $50,000, $60,000. Like here's an inversion of the chart, and a lot of people should always look at inversions because it shows you the trend. Like, we are very much like this, and it should technically break out like that. So
I trade that, dude. I trade that hard.
Exactly. I would trade the lower high here, and this is what I'm saying. Q1 could be bullish, or Q2 potentially. Like, you trade into this higher low here, or double bottom, like whatever it is. Like, that could be a sweep of 115. Who knows, right? You trade into that, and then you trade the breakout, and this is a breakout to the downside.
Yeah,
just invert
it. That's actually a good thing for people to do. If you start finding yourself a bit too bullish, you lose your sort of orientation in a chart. A friend of mine back in 21, the one I said out traded me, he used to send that to me a lot. He used to invert it and say, "What do you think?" And I'll be like, "Damn it, okay, yeah, I get your point." It's just a good thing to do mentally. And what you just showed there, I would trade that inverted chart all day, man. That looks like it's due for a big breakout, which is a breakdown for us, unfortunately.
Exactly. And this is a huge ascending wedge playing out. Huge ascending wedge.
Yeah, it's glorious, isn't it? No, I'm excited, dude. And that's the reason why I sold some Bitcoin today, is because I am very bullish on Bitcoin and I want more, and I can't afford more. I guess I can, but I want to buy lots, and I'm not saying I want it to. No, I do want it to dump. Actually, I quite like it to dump. Give me 107, Greeny, or 117, and I will be the happiest man in the room. Stable up, and then I just encourage everyone to just make sure you take profit in this last bullish. Not financial advice. Make sure if you're in profit, guys, start taking some.
Have a plan. Have a plan.
Have a plan. Yeah, that's probably even better thing to say. Have a plan, and then execute's probably the main thing. It's one thing to have a plan. It's another thing to click sell. So make sure you start practicing hitting sell. Hitting buy is real easy. It's fun.
A lot of people can click buy. Not many people can click sell.
Get used to clicking sell, guys. It's an important skill to learn, because you've got to secure profit. It's no point putting your P&L up of unrealized. It means nothing. It means nothing, because I did it in 21. And it sucks. I've gone back and checked those screenshots and gone, God damn it, man. What was I thinking?
Yeah. Pricey says I agree with you both. So either you're getting dumber or I'm getting smarter because I'm usually wrong. We'll go with the latter. So big news as well. Brian Armstrong says, after reviewing the crypto market structure draft legislation, Coinbase can't support the bill. So Coinbase CEO highlighted the following issues: the de facto ban on tokenized equities. That's interesting. DeFi prohibitions, giving the government unlimited access to your financial records, removing your right to privacy. Interesting. That's what banks do, right? So erosion of CFTC's authority, stifling innovation and making it subservient to the SEC. Interesting. Draft amendments that would kill rewards on stablecoins, allowing banks to ban their competition. So big news, Craig. This morning he doesn't support that. I mean, we kind of alluded to that yesterday on the show. So yeah, it's confirmation as of this morning.
Yeah, I did. I need to read that bill in detail and just kind of get a feel for it. But yeah, I see what he's saying there, and I guess they are trying to protect banks. Makes sense. So. Yeah, I mean, all of us obviously are wanting a bill that's super fair and doesn't lean on a monopoly and stuff like that. But unfortunately, that's probably not what we're going to get.
No.
I'm not surprised the Clarity Act is still on the side of the bank somewhat and protecting banks and big business. No surprise. And the bottom line is, in the background, we're still going to be able to do what we want. You know what I mean? Like, you can still have your own wallets, anon doing your own thing. So, yeah, I'm not too worried. I think this Clarity Act, maybe it is a Trojan horse ushering in big banks into crypto, maybe. But look, this is what we wanted. We wanted banks and we wanted big business coming over to crypto, and this is the consequence of that happening. Banks aren't going to relinquish their control. So I don't really mind. This gets voted tomorrow, does it? Does this?
I can't remember what the date specifics
are, but 24, 48 hours. So that's going to be big news, dude. I don't know how the market will respond to that, or if it will respond. It possibly will, but this is quite big news. This is quite big news. So probably keep an eye on this, guys. Whatever happens does it go to the Senate? I can't remember all the friggin' words America uses for this stuff.
It's all bloody confusing. What's Congress? What's the Senate?
What does that even mean? If it passes there, then where does it go?
I don't even know, man. I don't know. I try to avoid juggling my head around all of that. Russia comes out and finalizes a draft bill to legalize crypto trading in their country. Surely they've got a lot of stuff under the rug already happening in that country, Craig.
I reckon they'd have a fair amount of Bitcoin, man.
They would probably have a lot of undisclosed Bitcoin amount. I would say so as well. I would say so as well. Big controversial figure, Binance founder CZ says that Bitcoin reaching $200,000 is the most obvious thing in the world to him. Well, yeah, I would agree from you, but I'm not talking this cycle, brother. I'm not talking this cycle.
Issue, right? Yeah, I think it'll hit $1 million.
It's interesting. This is like, he's such a, again, like, what's good for business? You look at all the accounts on Twitter who are growing right now and outpacing someone like me.
Mm-hmm.
It's people who are just bull posting hopium takes and absolute shit without any proper analysis or like, it's just facts. Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It happens every bull run. So you'll have Michael Saylor, you have CZ, Kathy Wood's another good one. She's notorious for, we're definitely going to 300K. They all did the same. It's the same playbook they ran in 21, actually. They just put out these outlandish figures, not really based on anything. It's good clickbait though. But it's the sort of stuff that if you're new to crypto, like I was back then, you read this and it does affect you as a new person. You sort of read that and think, okay, 200K, God, that's a 2X from here. That's not bad. The problem is that's probably 200K in 28, maybe.
Yeah, maybe longer. Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
So, yeah. I don't disagree with him. The thing is just the time frame. It could be a decade, could be 5 years, could be 3 years, but I don't think that's in the next. I don't put it this way. I don't think anyone needs to be in a rush to buy at 98. I think wait probably is the safer thing. I think 200's coming, but I'd rather cop it at 50 and do a 4X than buy here, hold for a decade, and then get a 2X after a decade.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Exactly. Big news overnight as well. Chain Analysis, which is basically one of your on-chain scam. Like, they track all the scams and whatnot. They said that crypto scams and frauds stole up to $17 billion in 2025, driven by a surge in impersonation schemes and more profitable AI operations. I know for a fact people lose money to impersonators of myself, to other people out there. It's so sad, man. But also, I qualify for this, Craig. My cash that I lost in April 2025 goes into this $17 billion scam and fraud. So that's disappointing to see that I contributed to this.
Yeah, no, I've chipped into there as well. So unfortunately, I think everyone in the space eventually will have something like that happen in some shape or form. So make sure you diversify.
Just be smart, man. Yeah, don't click links. Don't respond to many DMs. Like, yeah.
On phone calls, I mean, you get the classic DM saying, hey, do you want to be a Discord mod for this? Like, that's my favorite one. The Discord mod job is great. Or just, hey, we want to interview you. That's another risky one, right? So be careful with the links. Careful with Telegram, guys. Don't connect your wallets with anything, like usual hygiene. It sucks, dude. It really sucks that there's people out there that are happy to steal rather than earn. Kills me, man.
It kills me. Yeah, disgusting.
Yeah. Hopefully they burn in hell, those guys, man.
Yeah. I mean, moving on to the next topic, privacy is absolutely challenging.
It kills me, that XMR chart, bro. It kills me.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I know. So privacy is dominating at the moment, guys. We've seen a lot of a big rally over the last couple of days. Zcash is back up. I mean, I need to zoom in a little bit. Zcash is up 10% today. XMR is up 5%. Dash is up 36%. So market is responding well to privacy tokens. Greeny buys $7,500 of Rect overnight and gets Mev botted and bot sell into his liquidity buy. So that's breaking news as of last night as well, guys.
Look at the candle you put on there. Yeah. Look at that. That's fantastic. Thanks, Greeny.
I don't think. Hold on. I wonder if they sell my transaction.
Did you do it in one go?
Yeah, I did. Yes. I shouldn't have done it in one go, but it is.
Yes, that's brilliant. Shit, that's good.
When did I buy it? Yeah, maybe a little bit earlier than that.
How much was it?
Here we go. Look at this, Greg. Look at this. Okay, right? So you got normal buy, sell transaction. Look at this. My buy. Someone botted me here. So someone got 2.1 ETH in before my 2.3 ETH buy. Then they sold it for 0.4, so they kept a portion of it. And then look at all these bots selling 0.1, 0.15, 0.1, 0.1, 0.7, 0.1, 0.2, 0.001, like straight after my big buy.
Yeah, just all their sell limits just saying da. Yeah.
Well, I think it's bots. I think it's algo. It's like once X amount hits, sell into that liquidity volume, whatever it is. Yeah.
It's mechanical. It's mechanical.
I don't really care. It's not like it's a meme coin that I'm getting in and out of quickly. This is an accumulation that I'm happy, as I said before. If we see a bit more of a bullish Q1 and I'm not as bearish as I see in 26, at least I have exposure to this that hopefully could give me a multiple X. So that's the trade I'm looking at. But yeah, I push back up.
I think they're age as well. They're active on the timeline, products selling out. They're making the right connections. The two guys, headlining at OSF and Mando, well known. It's a very good bet, man. I think it's a great bet. So I think that's going to age well.
Yeah, hopefully. So we'll wait and see how that plays out. Now, obviously, back over to BTC for the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the show. We're pretty much like in this real interesting range right now where we're hitting the 382 from the top of the previous all-time high to the current low, where we did sweep this weekly. Is that an order block, I assume? Yeah, we did sweep this weekly order block here back on the 17th of November. This is the highest Bitcoin has been since the start of November, Craig. So that's quite bullish. But we do worry that there's, as I said yesterday, there's a lot of liquidity up here. We have the 382 here. We also have the weekly 21 EMA coming in here too. So unless we really flip this with strength and push up here, then we could see a bit of more of a pullback before we challenge it one more time, potentially ending maybe that macro lower high. So big levels to be watching on BTC at the moment. We are quite... we're coming into some pivotal levels as well on lower time frames, but yeah, there's a lot of liquidity over here. I know you sold some, so do you want to talk a little bit about what you've done in the past 24 hours as well?
Yeah, I took a bit off the table. Obviously, I'm trying to send a whole bunch now to swap, so I need Bitcoin to hold here. Don't dump, you dirty dog.
I am short, Greg. I am short.
I know. Hopefully, you guys get wrecked for doing that, man.
Oh, dude, doesn't my win rate's been good?
I'm not, Greeny. How dare you short myself? I hope everyone wins. I'm taking a bit off the table here. 98K makes me nervous. It's an important level. I hope we get above it. Like, put it this way, even though I'm going to sell about 20% of my bag. I sold 10% at 93. I'm selling 20% at 97, 98. Not much of a difference in price there, but it was more me just selling at price levels that I had marked out. So I just wanted to kind of stick to my plan. But this time my plan's not a believe plan, it's a TA plan. So I'm actually executing very differently now than I did back in 21, which feels good. I'm just not, what's the word? I don't want to use the wrong words here. It's not that I'm not confident we go higher. I actually think we go higher. I think we go higher, but I'm just hedging my bets. I'm taking a bit off the table here, just like I did at 93, because if we dump, pull back, it gives me options. I've got stables. If we dump, I can buy. Not saying I will, because I don't think it's going to go low enough. But we could see, maybe we see a little pullback from here. Maybe we don't. But at the same time, even if I sell 20% here and it runs to a new all-time high, all good, bro. I still got 70% of my bag left, right? So happy days. In saying that, I still think we actually go higher. The chart looks great, dude. It looks great. I think we push higher. I'm just not sure we push higher, which is the reason why I have to sell. And there's no certainties in the market. And like I said, I want to be heavy into stables. And that's the promise I made myself from last bull run. I made myself that promise. I've got to stick to it, or I'm going to do it. If I stuff up 2 runs in a row, I'll be furious at myself. So, no, I am selling. But at the same time, even though I'm selling a little bit and taking a bit off the table, I still see further upside. So same as you, I'm short-term bullish, long-term bear. Well, actually long-term bullish as well, and then medium-term bearish. So
we could actually could dump from here potentially. Like who knows? Who knows? So we'll keep an eye.
If it does that, and I don't take profit, I'm going to be pissed, dude. So no, I'm taking a bit off the table. Obviously, I was pretty transparent. Put that in GTG. So like I said, I think we go higher, but I just wanted to keep my mentality good, because if we dump from here and I get angry, it's not going to be good for my life. So I wanted to take some profit. I've got things, IRL. I want to do things and keep renovating my house. I need money. You and I do this full time, so I do this as a job. It's not like I do this as a side hustle, whereby I might say, it doesn't matter for me and for you. If I don't take profit, I don't make money. So I have to win to survive. So yeah, I took a bit of profit, and it felt good, dude. It actually felt good.
You never guess what I actually shorted yesterday after our show. Nah.
Privacy coins.
No, so I came over and shorted. Yeah, so I caught this little scalp move here. And then obviously it pumped overnight. I wouldn't have got stopped out. I think my stop was up here, but it has it's actually from my entry, Craig. I should have held it. From my entry, it's actually down 18%. I think I was on 5x leverage, so that would have been a 2x move on that trade. So yeah, it's interesting. I didn't even know they had this on here. Otherwise, I would have been like, that's a sweep right there. Like I would have been looking for that sort of stuff, and probably a structure break like there as well. Like there's your structure break. So you need to stay on top of the market. It's hard. I find it's a balance, right? Like creating content, being like YouTube, Twitter, trying to do Instagram. Not that I've really been doing that. And then trying to trade at the same time. It's hard to balance it all.
I find the same thing. When you're working on a business, it does take away your attention, obviously, because we're trying to build up market mates. I haven't been able to focus as much as I'd like on the trading, which is actually part of the reason I'm not in a lot of trades. It's just so I can focus on my exits on Bitcoin and focus on building out the brand. Because if I start locking into new trades, I'll let the business, I won't be able to give it the attention it deserves. So that's one of the reasons and probably the same with you. You're not in a lot of plays either, really.
No, like a Moonbird, ETH, Sol.
It's easier to focus if you've only got say 5 going rather than 50.
A couple of meme coins. I bought a meme coin actually. I'll share that on the show. I bought Troll.
Yeah, so actually I saw that. Yeah.
Again, risky play, but if it does break out from here, like it's pretty clear in validation. It's like, okay, well, it's either gonna the brush on the highlighter on this one isn't very good, but either it holds this invalidation here and we get a pump up to here, or it doesn't go down. The issue that I've seen with a lot of these tokens that ran really well last year is there's been no interest in them. There's been no interest in like volume or Filecoin's done okay, but like if we have a look at Filecoin, it's done all right, but there's still not a lot of interest really. Volume increased a bit, which is good to see, but there's still it's only broken out a little bit, right? So there's not a lot of interest on tokens and memes. So that's why I'm greedy for a bit more of a deeper pullback, and then I want to try and capture that last move. I think I still, like I said, I think there's still at least an impulsive move, one more. It's just if war or macroeconomics or Trump or something really does happen, then I actually think 97 could be the lower macro high. We'll have to just wait and see.
It easily could. Like if it hits its head here and then starts to trend down, I wouldn't even be surprised. Just to go back real quick, what was White Whale's market cap now?
It is now, let me pull that up. 100? Oh yeah, it was under 100 when I was shorting yesterday. So it'd be like 80 now, I'd say. Yeah, 87. Wow. 87. Whoa. So this is what you want to be watching. You want to be watching either these play out. So if there's strength in the market, it should hold the golden pocket. Maybe, you know what, I need to add it should bounce off the golden pocket. If it doesn't, then that's not good. That means it's heading back to probably 886, 786 down at 40 to 20 million. Yeah. Then the real question is, Craig, is there interest in this going up again? Is there interest in this bouncing again and breaking out again? That's the real question. And now that it's on Bybit, I will be longing the shit out of it if I get a setup. I need to set an alert, actually.
I'm interested to see how this plays out as well. Yeah, is there, yeah, like you said, is the interest in this now that it's not just up only?
Yeah.
I have noticed on the timeline, privacy coins have kind of taken the front seat now, and white whales kind of taken the back seat. And it, with these things, it's an attention economy. When it's going up, it's very easy to shill. It's very easy to get more money in. But then when it starts to pull back, it's hard. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. To the people that booked top lasted at 200 million.
Don't ever chase a meme coin. Don't ever FOMO into a meme coin, guys.
Nah, because, I mean, white whale a week ago was the new, not the new shiny thing.
No, it wasn't the new shit, but yeah.
But it was shiny, wasn't it? Everyone was frothing on this coin. And now it doesn't quite look as good, just like Bored Apes don't look quite as good at 20K versus 500 grand. In saying that, congratulations, Apes. You flipped my penguins, you dirty dogs.
I mean, they've been flipped for a while, actually.
Yeah, so. They have. Yeah, they're about 20 grand now. It's a Bored Ape. Would you buy, what's your buy price for a Bored Ape, Greenie? Would you ever buy one?
One ETH, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I'm a buyer at 1 ETH too.
I'd collect it at 1 ETH. If ETH was like $2,000, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably a buy.
$2,000, yeah, fair. That's probably a fair valuation too. You could get into the club there in Miami, Greenie.
Hey, I could get what in Miami?
You can get into Miami, the clubhouse they're building.
Oh yeah, sick, bro. Because that's what I mean. Miami reminds me probably. Not that I've been there, but have you been to Miami? Yeah. Is it just the Gold Coast? Just
looks like it. Looks like it. Looks a bit like it. Looks nice and tacky like here. So yeah.
People just tatted up. People just shredded. Chicks everywhere. Like yeah.
Heaven.
Depends what your heaven looks like, Craig. My heaven looks a little different. So
yeah, sweet.
Great show. Lots of news, guys. Lots of updates there around chart and price. So if you appreciate that, make sure you do click follow on our socials, Market Mates, MKT Mates. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Kick. You can follow us on Twitter as well, guys. We're live every single day. We do have OSF on the show next week. We'll have another influencer, Jamsey, on the show, and the week after we've got FFV as well. So all these people have more followers than us. So we're getting the engagement up, guys. Hopefully bring you different takes. I know FFV is very much a NFT guy, runs his own podcast, so that'll be interesting to talk to him about engagement. Jamsey, very good with engagement on Twitter, arguably one of the top creators who gets paid for marketing and stuff as well. And then OSF, obviously the founder of Rec Guys, the founder of Rec Drinks and whatnot. So very keen to chat with those three guys. I think it'll be a really good conversations in the coming weeks, Craig.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about all of those. They're all legends of the space. And that's one of the great things about doing what you and I do is we get to connect with these fellow creators. I love those chats, dude. I just think it's great. I also just think it's great that creators can band together and have, like we did with Breen the other day, just have another big creator on with us where there's no ego and you just talk. It's great.
Remember when I asked old mate to jump on the show? He's like, "Oh, you got to pay me." I was like, "You're a fucking idiot, bro." Like, who are you?
Yeah, you're not. I don't know if I'd pay anyone to come on.
I would, dude. I would honestly. I'd probably pay like some top dog, like
a sailor, maybe.
I'm pretty sure, like even the top dogs don't get paid to go on shows. Like,
look, I just think it's part of the. I think it's part of the gig. Like, if I got asked to go on a show, I'd happily. Like when Bodogo said, "You want to jump on?" I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! That sounds sick." Like,
like it's exposure for your brand, you idiot.
Yeah, it's a strange that name that we shall not name. He wanted to charge. It's like, bro, you're off your head, man. Like,
who do you think you are, bro? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, great show. I've got to sell some Bitcoin.
Sorry to cut you off. That guy's engagement is gone absolutely. It's flopping, bro. It's so.
I think he got found out a bit.
Partnered with a big InfoFi platform and thinks he's top dog. Like, shut up, bro. You're going nowhere. You're undoxed too. Anyone that's undoxed, I'd struggle to
pay. Imagine paying a PFP.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay you if you're undoxed too. Like, that's the thing. Like, no.
No way, dude. No way. Nah. No, I love connecting with fellow creators, but I certainly would not want to pay a fellow creator just to come on and shoot the shit with us. I don't think that's great. But other than that, I'm going to sell some Bitcoin, Greenie. Hopefully my mempool thing has gone through and I can dump the shit out of this. Get ready for the candle, guys. The red candle's coming. I'm going to send it down to 70 in the sale.
No, I love that. Mate, great show. Thanks to OKX for partnering with us. Thanks to Yeet. And hopefully Craig can get his meme pool sell ASAP.
Yeah. Cheers for tuning in, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. And then we've got, OSF on Monday.
It'll be Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday or Monday's America show. Yeah, so not Sundays, but Monday show. Yeah.
Yeah, great show, Greeny. All right, I'm going to go sell some Bitcoin, guys. Make sure you take profit, and we'll catch you tomorrow.